Welcome guys to another TPO flight a month. Figured since going to Montana a little bit here, I'd make one for some of the western guys, and a lot of the eastern guys should have this one in their box. This one's going to be PMD imitation of an emerging nymph. This also works well on the upper Delaware, fishes a nymph in some of the riffles. So the hook we're going to use here is $24.99 Super Point Barbless Tiemco. You can make these in a 14 to an 18, whatever size you think is necessary for the insects you're imitating. The thread I'm going to use is brown UTC in a 70. First thing I'm going to do is, you saw I just tied on, I tied my thread on. Now I'm going to take dark brown Darlon. It's going to be my tail. Alright. Not going to tie too far down into the hook for these, because I want to have that extra hook gap there. So I'm going to tie my tail right there. Alright. Now my ribbing is going to be brown crystal flash. So I'm going to tie 2 strands of that in. Alright. So there. Now for the dubbing, I like to use this Life Cycle in dark brown. I also use this a lot in pretty much any one of my mayfly nymphs. So I'm going to dub the body. I'm going to dub this pretty tight. Now I'm not going to dub all the way up to the head of the fly, because this fly is going to look like there's some of the actual adult coming out. So it could be a cripple, it could be, stillborn, any of that. So now I'm going to take the crystal flash and I'm going to rib the body. Lost it there. Gives a little bit of flash, adds a trigger to this. Alright. Tie that off. Right now, since I'm going out west, we're going to use super fine Pam Morning Dun for the color. You can use any color you want. If you're going to imitate a sulfur, use sulfur orange. You're going to imitate a Hendrickson, you can use, red brown. You can even use these with an Isonechia. Any mayfly. So there we have that. Now I'm just going to take a little white poly yarn. It's going to be our wing coming out. Do a whip finish here. Now we're going to trim. We don't want this wing to be too long, so I'm just going to trim it right there. Get some of those excess fibers. Trim the tail. This fly was shown to me by a fellow guide, and went to the South Fork a few years ago, and we knocked them dead with it. So I definitely have a bunch of these in your fly box. Have fun with it. Nice, easy one to tie too.